Hey guys, what's up? This is Stephanie Flatus here with CreatingWithin.com, the place to get in touch with your inner world. And today's topic, I want to talk to you about our emotions. Because after all, I feel that the most difficult aspect of the human experience is the fact that we have human emotions. And most of us, let's face it, have never been given the proper tools on how to deal with our emotions. I know that when I was younger, very little, I had no control over my emotions. I literally, for a very long time, thought I was crazy. I thought I was downright out of my mind because I felt everything so intense and so magnified. And I was just a walking, ticking time bomb because I didn't know how to manage my emotions. It was just like I was constantly reacting to my environment and to whatever I was feeling, and thereby I had no control. I also know what it's like to be completely numb, to be in that really depressive state where you just have no feeling whatsoever, where you've numbed yourself and desensitized yourself so much that you don't even feel anything anymore, and that's a pretty scary place to be. And I also know what it's like to suppress your emotions and to pretend and to lie to yourself and convince yourself that you are okay when you're really not. So we all struggle with our emotions. We don't know how to deal with them. We feel something, we run away from it, we distract, we do all these kinds of things. And you guys have heard me say this, a lot in different videos. What I want to do is I want to share this tool that I've come to term or coin: see it, feel it, and transform it. So first I'm going to just give you the breakdown of what see it, feel it, and transform it kind of looks like, and then I'm going to share with you 2 stories from my life to give you more of the practical illustration of it, okay? So what I mean by see it, see your emotion, is we need to recognize when we're feeling something. So let's say you're having a conversation with somebody, or you just received a text message, and all of a sudden you feel anxious, or you feel insecure, or you feel nervous, or you're sad. You need to first recognize what is happening in your body. You need to recognize the emotion and that you're feeling this way by bringing awareness to it and recognizing the trigger. Once you can recognize your emotion and recognize that you have been triggered, then the next step is you allow yourself to fully emerge, to fully experience the emotion by just feeling it and not focusing on the problem or what caused and generated this emotion. So it simply means if I feel sad and I recognize that in this moment I'm sad, well then the next step for me to do is to allow myself to feel that emotion without going into thought, without focusing on what caused it. It's just feel it. Allow yourself to feel it in your body. You can even give it a color or shape. Where in your body is it located? The next step will be to transform it. Once you've gone through the process of feeling your emotion. And the other thing I want to point out is that sometimes it may take you a couple of days of feeling your emotions. I know that for me, the more that I practice this, I move through my emotions a lot quicker. I can do it sometimes in a day, sometimes in a couple of hours, depending on the situation. But if you're just starting off in this, sometimes for you to go through an emotion might take you a couple of days of being sad and moping around, and that's okay. So you allow yourself to feel the emotion, and then once you have felt it enough and you released it from your body, the next step will be to transform it. And the way that you transform your emotion is by now going to the big picture, finding that positive lesson and message. What did you learn from the situation? What is the silver lining? What is the big perspective in this situation? However, I want to point out that transform it can also have dual part to it. You're always going to transform it by finding the bigger picture. What did you learn from this? How does this benefit you? What did it bring you? What gift did this situation that invoke this emotion in you show you, because your emotion is just an indicator. It's just showing you something. It's giving you a message. Sometimes if you're triggered, if your emotions are being triggered by another person, then you will need to communicate your feelings to them. And you do this not by blaming that person and by saying, you made me feel this way and it's your fault. And no, you recognize that you're feeling a certain way, you allow yourself to feel the emotions, and then part of transforming it will be a two-step, which will be you need to vocalize it to whoever it is that might have triggered this, if you have the opportunity to actually communicate. Sometimes you may not be able to communicate with the person because for whatever reason they're no longer in your life or they're not willing to talk to you. But if you do have the chance, then you need to vocalize how you feel to them. And then go to the big picture. And that's a way of transforming it. So let me kind of give you some illustrations here because I work best with stories. For part 2 of this video, click here and you can hear the illustrations for how you can see it, feel it, and transform it on a practical level.